Hey amigos, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué tal? Buenas. Feliz sábado amigos. ¿Cómo están hoy? ¿Todo bien? Qué bueno amigos. For the people who don't know me, mi nombre es Daniel Herrera. My name is Daniel Herrera and I teach you guys daily Spanish words on Instagram, right? And every sábado, right? Every Saturday I come on YouTube and make a review of all the words that we've covered esta semana, this week, right? And so today, it's no exception. I got my list right here. So I'm about to do that, amigos. I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna find a better spot because somebody's speaking now, and that is not helpful for me to, concentrate. See, that's one of the downsides of making videos outside. Even though I love being outside, and I love kind of sharing the landscape with you, amigos. Right there. You have Cusco. These days I live in Cusco, so it's also an opportunity for me to get outside the house and also deliver some value, right? So over here there is music playing, so over there we have our friend, talking, and that is distracting, amigos. But maybe I can find a middle ground, maybe right here. I'm gonna sit right here, and it's actually pretty quiet, and so I can continue making this video and giving you the lesson, or teaching you this lesson that I planned, right? And so I got my list here with all the words that we've covered this week, amigos. So again, for the ones who don't know me, I'm a Spanish coach, and I teach you daily Spanish words on my Instagram so you can stay immersed. The point is not to be perfect in Spanish. The point is to progress every day and learn new things every day. And that's why I do this, right? That's why I show up for you daily, amigos. And so, let's do the words. Let's do the words. On Monday, el lunes, amigos, I did the word cintura. Cintura, which in Spanish, amigos, means waist. Cintura means waist, right? So in Spanish, we use this word all the time because we're always talking about dance, and we're always talking about music, right? And so, examples I can give you with this word cintura could be estoy moviendo la cintura cuando bailo. All right, that's a good example. Estoy moviendo la cintura cuando bailo. I'm moving my hips when I dance, cuando bailo. There you go. This is a good example for this word cintura. If I try to think of another one, I could say mi cintura está tensa. Right? That could be another way for you to communicate that your hip, what I said basically is mi cintura está tensa. My waist is tense. Mi cintura está tensa. My waist is tense. Again, amigos, cintura means waist. Now you know. And this is the word that we did el lunes, on Monday. Now, la siguiente palabra, the next word we did el martes, Tuesday, martes, was quiero, amigos. Quiero means I want. Well, if you combine it with the pronoun yo quiero, right? And on the lesson that day, I said that Spanish speakers don't usually put the pronoun yo at the beginning, so we omit it, right? And we just say quiero comer, I want to eat. Quiero dormir, I want to sleep. Quiero ir a la playa, I want to go to the beach, right? So these are just simple examples, right? Like ahorita, right now, I want quiero ir a almorzar. See, I'm saying I want to go have lunch. Quiero ir a almorzar. I want to go have lunch. Quiero, another example could be quiero, quiero ir a bailar más tarde. I want to go dance later. Quiero ir a bailar más tarde. I want to go dance later. There you go, amigos. So that was the word quiero, right? It's a verb and it means to want in Spanish, right? El miércoles, amigos. On Wednesday, we did the word vecino. Vecino o vecina, right? Vecino, neighbor. Vecina, neighbor as well, but female, right? Vecino, male neighbor. Vecina, female neighbor, right? In English, you just have neighbor, and that makes it easier. In Spanish, we have the gender, right? So, ejemplos, amigos. Vecino. El vecino es muy bueno conmigo, right? That's a good example. El vecino es bueno conmigo. The neighbor is really good to me. Right? El vecino es bueno conmigo. But maybe you don't like your neighbors, or you don't like your neighbor or your female neighbor. You can say, no me gusta la vecina. Ella es muy ruidosa, right? I'm saying, I don't like my female neighbor. She's very loud, ruidosa, right? Very noisy, actually. Very noisy. Ruido, noise, right? Ruidosa. No me gusta la vecina. Ella es muy ruidosa. I don't like my female neighbor. She's very noisy. There, amigos. So, vecino, vecina, now you know that it means neighbor. Ahora, now we have, funny enough, we have the word ahora. Ahora means now. Now, ahora. So, for example, ahora estoy enseñando español en YouTube, right? Ahora estoy enseñando español en YouTube. What am I saying? I'm saying, now I'm teaching Spanish on YouTube. Ahora estoy enseñando español on YouTube. Now I'm teaching Spanish on YouTube. See? Ahora, now. Another example could be, ahora estoy sentado en esta plaza de Cusco. Right? I'm saying, now I'm sitting at this plaza in Cusco. Check out the view, amigos. Pretty nice, huh? So, this is a small plaza here in Cusco. Ahora estoy sentado aquí. Now I'm sitting here. Ahora, now. No, ahora. Probar was the next word. El viernes, yesterday, ayer, we did the word probar. And probar is another verb, right? That means, depending on the context, probar means to taste. So if you're eating, it means to taste food, right? So maybe you're eating something and you say, or you want to eat something and you say, quiero probar este plato, right? In this context of food, you're saying, I want to taste this plate, this dish, right? But maybe you're not talking about food. You're talking about a sport, right? That you want to try next month. You can say, quiero probar. See, and you're combining quiero, the verb to want, with to try, right? In this context, for sports, quiero means, probar means to try. So voy a probar el boxeo el próximo mes, right? So what you're saying, or what I'm saying basically, is I want to try boxing el próximo mes, next month, right? So you see how it changes. This is a very interesting verb in Spanish. Probar could mean to taste food when you're talking about something that you're eating, but it could also mean to try, if it's something physical. Ahora, el siguiente, the next one is today's word. I haven't done it yet. I haven't posted this word yet, but I'm about to after I make this video. The next word is today's word is gonna be tonta. tonta o tonto, right? Tonta o tonto is how we say silly in Spanish, right? And again, the gender, right? Tonta, a silly female person, right? Tonto, a silly male person, right? So, es tonto llorar por cosas que no son importantes. Es tonto llorar por cosas que no son importantes. I'm using the word tonto in the sentence. Right? I'm saying it's silly to cry for things that are not important. No, es tonto llorar por cosas que no son importantes. It's silly to cry for things that are not important. See, that's one example. Another example could be if I'm giving advice to my friend. No seas tonto. If it's a like relationship advice, I could be like, no seas tonto, olvida a esa chica. Right? I'm telling him, hey, don't be silly, just forget about this girl. You know, no seas tonto, olvida a esa chica. Don't be silly, just forget about this girl. You know, so tonto, tonta is silly, right? You can also use it in other contexts, like es tonto, like I did, you know, es tonto llorar por cosas que no son importantes, right? It's silly to cry for things that are not important. So you can use it for things or for situations, just like in English, you know, you use silly for things, situations, and people. Same in Spanish. And the last one, amigos, the last one is dura o duro. Dura. Dura o duro. Another, this is an adjective, right? Something duro. It's something solid, hard, right? Something that is not easy to break. Dura, right? Or duro. Again, depending on what you're describing, the gender changes, right? So dura, duro. I could say this. This surface is dura, right? Let me show you here. This surface is dura. Esta superficie es dura, right? Esta superficie, surface, esta superficie es dura. What else? Another example could be el metal es duro. El metal es duro. El hierro es duro, if I want to be more specific, or if you want to be more specific. El hierro, iron, hierro, es duro, is hard, right? But this is also something I wanted to add. Dura o duro, in Puerto Rican Spanish, and I'm sharing with you a Puerto Rican song today by Daddy Yankee, so that's why I'm also explaining this to you. Dura o duro for them is something appealing, attractive, right? If a Puerto Rican person says, oh, esa chica está dura, he basically saying, oh, that girl has sex appeal, is attractive, you know, is hot, right? So just keep that in mind. You know, in Puerto Rican and Spanish, they have this slang word, in slang vocabulary. Dura o duro for them means something that it's got a positive connotation, and it's got it means, you know, it's something is attractive, someone is attractive, someone or something is attractive. So there you go, amigos. That's the list for today. This dura o duro was or is going to be tomorrow's palabra, right? That I'm gonna teach on my Instagram. But you already have all the words because you're watching this video today. Entonces, so hope this helps, amigos. I hope this is useful for you. And I will see you. Nos vemos la próxima semana, el próximo sábado. I'll be here again to share with you all the words that we did this week. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to subscribe. Y nos vemos pronto, amigos. Adiós.